Leaders around the country have released their Easter Sunday messages wishing Australians a peaceful and safe long weekend. Both Anthony Albanese and Peter Dutton have also enjoyed the festivities at the Royal Easter Show in Sydney. In a break from political campaigning, here's some of what they had to say.
I want to wish everyone a safe and joyous Easter weekend. For Christians, the resurrection of Jesus Christ is a sacred time that is central to faith. Whether you're reflecting, taking a break, spending time with family and friends, or getting the kids ready for an Easter egg hunt, this is a wonderful time of the year. So however you're spending this weekend, may it be everything you want it to be. If you're hitting the road, I wish you the safest of travels. And if you're working, whether you're keeping us safe or playing your part in keeping our great country running, thank you for all that you do. Have a great Easter.
Easter is a time of reflection and a time to rest, recharge and spend time with those we love. For Christians across Australia and indeed around the world, it's the most sacred time of year, a moment to reflect on the life, sacrifice and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Good Friday is of course a solemn day of reflection, but by Sunday it becomes a celebration of hope and of new life through the risen Christ. The Easter story is one of faith, renewal and enduring hope. And whether you're attending a church service, hosting a family lunch or enjoying a quiet moment with a hot cross bun and a cup of tea, Easter also reminds us of the values that help bind our nation together: service, kindness, compassion and grace. There's plenty to look forward to this weekend, from chocolate eggs and of course the Easter bunny to a few games of footy and the joy of watching the kids race around the backyard. Thank you to all of those who are working through the weekend, especially our paramedics, our nurses, police, firefighters and defence personnel who give up their time with their families to serve us. From my family to yours, I really wish you a very happy, safe and holy Easter.
And while campaigning may have taken a back step today, the Prime Minister and opposition leader are gearing up for early voting to begin on Tuesday. Recent polling suggests Labor is continuing to make gains over the coalition, leaving them with limited time to convince voters before they have their say. 6 News reporter Austin Pollock has the latest developments.
In a fortnight's time, we may very well know the result of a rather dull election campaign.
But I just don't think these debates mean all that much in the end, unless, as I said, there's a big error by one player or the other.
Both major parties scrambling to hold on to any seat they can. New polling shows Labor and the coalition tied on 33% in the national primary vote, the Greens with 13%, One Nation with 7%, Trumpeter Patriots with 2%, Independents with 9%, and others with 3%. In the two-party preferred, Labor still leads the coalition by 6%.
I see the same exact things going on in the Liberal Party. I mean, we've seen all sorts of captain's picks going on. Albanese's been running around the place, sort of not listening to their membership, not listening to the people. And there's a culture of not listening. There is a culture of not listening at the top of Australian politics and not representing and just, doing transactions and doing things for the betterment of the individual parliamentarian, their future career, their friends, their family, insider club stuff. And, I come from the real world. I've built businesses. I've done the hard things out here, built a family. I just don't feel heard. And as I spoke to more and more people, they don't feel heard either.
Matthew Cummins-Zuli is running as an independent in the typically safe Labor seat of McMahon, held by Energy Minister Chris Bowen. One poll has him leading on primary votes 41% to Bowen's 19%. But independents without Climate 200 backing have been sluggish to make ground in recent elections.
I just feel as though somebody has to do something. I've been encouraging people for a very, very long time to either join political parties or get personally and directly involved in some element of our politics, whether it's commentary, whether it's, whatever you can do, become a member of parliament, stand as a candidate, join party, do those things. So, I think the solution to the problems that Australia has right now is in us, it's in the people. It's a democracy. It's a free country. We should have the ability to affect our own politics. And so, I wrestled with it for a long time and spoke to a number of my good friends, and one colleague in particular made it very clear to me that if I did not jump in there, then, we'll be missing a great opportunity to give a voice to the people of Australia. I grew up in Greystanes. It's my home. It's, you know, where my family and friends and all my roots and connections are. So, you know, it was the obvious choice, and obviously Chris Bowen being the energy minister and the, you know, incumbent there, I thought, well, look, what better way to actually demonstrate just how disappointed Australians are with our politics than to go directly to McMahon and challenge Bowen and his ideas head on with something fresh, different, and far more in line with what I believe to be the view of the people of McMahon and widely the view of Australia.
With just 2 weeks until polling day and early voting starting even sooner, voters are quickly making up their minds.
Polling's polling. I mean, if you look back at some of the major events in recent times, I think some of the early polling showed, you know, the Voice was going to win in a thumping majority, and then the later polling showed that it was going to get beaten, but just, and in reality, it was absolutely smashed. Down by the public with, you know, an average of about 60% in every state, but the ACT, well, the ACT is not a state, but, you know, in every locality, but the ACT. So, you know, it is what it is. I I believe there are a number of, I've been hearing more and more people are calling it through, that there are a number of polls out there that are showing that we are most certainly starting to look like we're in front across the board. I'm humbled by this if it is right, and, you know, part of me, you know, hopes that it's right. Another part of me is very happy with the life out here in the real world.
Every moment from now is crucial for every candidate. Austin Pollock, 6 News.